It's not exactly breaking news that Chelsea have had and sold some of the stars of modern day world football. Chelsea fans believe that numerous factors have led to this outcome, some of which include a youth policy that revolves around buying any promising youngster and then loading them out, or even managers like Jose Mourinho, who really had no patience with these young players. Some of these players, however, were given opportunities in the starting lineup, but really didn't thrive until they left the club for pastures greener. So quite simply, today's challenge video will revolve around these rejects. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome back to another FIFA 18 career mode challenge video. A big thank you to It's Your Boy 22 who left a comment on our Derby County challenge video suggesting this reject challenge. Of course, we're going to be taking over Chelsea to do the Chelsea reject challenge, but now let's have a look at the rules. Objective number 1, we must sign 3 of Chelsea's key rejects: Lukaku, Salah, and De Bruyne. Objective 2, we have to win the Premier League title. Objective 3, we have to win the FA Cup. And Objective 4, we have to win the Champions League final. And the time limit for this challenge will be 3 seasons. But lads, if you do go on to enjoy today's challenge video, make sure you leave a like on the video, and also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button if you are new around here. We are now only a couple of hundred subscribers away from the massive milestone of 200,000, so a big thank you for that. So this is our lineup for the first season, or at least the start of the first season. Of course, I want to sign either Lukaku, Salah, or Kevin De Bruyne this season. I want to pick up one of those players across each season because we don't have to complete everything in the one season for this challenge. We have to make sure we just tick everything off the checklist in 3 seasons. So for example, I could win the Premier League this season, win the FA Cup next season, win the Champions League in season 3, and it would all be sweet. So anyways, let's get into the transfer business. Also, by the way, I should add, I'm not just aiming on bringing in those 3 players. I want to build players, or bring players in that build the squad around it so that we can win the challenge. And I mean, this is not a good start to the season. New signing Jorginho out for 4 months with an ACL injury. Goddamn. So a player departure to kick things off here. Victor Moses, the Nigerian right back, is off to Everton for £20 million. And there it is. A weird sight, but Kevin De Bruyne is back in Chelsea blue. He changes from sky blue to navy blue, I guess, or dark blue, but we spent an absolute fortune on the Belgian, £144.3 million for Kevin De Bruyne. Goodbye to the majority of our budget, but welcome to Chelsea. Another player departure here as Gary Cahill departs for the Turkish League, off to Besiktas for £15.5 million. And a significant player departure here as club favourite David Luiz departs to Barcelona for £25 million. Another massive player signing here as we improve at the right back spot and spend £43 million on Joshua Kimmich, bringing him in from Bayern Munich. So a big spending transfer window, £144 million spent on De Bruyne, and then another 40 odd spent on Kimmich. Moses, Cahill, and David Luiz out of the club. This is our starting lineup at the moment. Let's see how we're going on the Premier League front, and I guess all fronts as we get to the halfway point. So on the 1st of January, our hunt for Champions League, or sorry, I should say Premier League glory, isn't up to scratch at the moment. 35 points, 12 points behind United. Still going to have a good crack for it in the second half of the season, but that might look like an issue for season 2 or 3. Early days in the FA Cup, won't be able to find out how progress is until the end of the season there. And in the Champions League, we qualified for the round of 16, taking on Bayern Munich, so hopefully at the end of the season we have glory for that tournament. So after the opening window we had, it's no real surprise to see ourselves not spending any money this window. I mean, we only had £3 million to work with, so let's see what's going on at the end of season 1. Can we tick off any more objectives in this Chelsea reject challenge? We are about to find out. So that is one objective we haven't completed in season 1. We finished 15 points behind Manchester United, who had an incredible season here. They finish ahead of City as well, but I'm just happy we're playing in the Champions League next season because that means we get a shot to complete that challenge in Season 2. Looking at the other results in the Premier League, Brighton, Huddersfield and Cardiff City all relegated. We lost on penalties to Leicester City in the FA Cup quarterfinals, so we have not completed that challenge either. And we made it past Bayern Munich in the round of 16 of the Champions League, but unfortunately got eliminated by the eventual champions Barcelona in the quarterfinals. So this season was basically decent progress, getting close to everything, but not there just now. Let's go try signing either Lukaku or Salah or both next season and focus on winning some silverware. Let's get into Season 2 with the Chelsea Reject Challenge. There is another one of the rejects into the club. Mo Salah is joining us back again at Chelsea. £86.5 million for the man that is nominated for World Player of the Year. Welcome back to Chelsea. A player departure here as Pedro is headed to the Serie A. He is off to Roma for 32 million. Selling on a bunch of players so that we can afford to potentially bring in Lukaku this season, but Marco van Ginkel is the latest player to depart. He is off to Watford for 20 million. And Cesc Fabregas is departing the club here, the Spaniard, off to Man City for £28.6 million. There it is, all three of the listed previous rejects are back at Chelsea. We have brought in Romelu Lukaku, and Big Rom comes from United for £84.5 million plus Michy Batshuayi, a big transfer, but that is another objective, or the first objective, ticked off. Now, let's go ahead and win the Premier League, the FA Cup, and the Champions League. We've got 2 bloody seasons to do it. So 2 massive players in, Mo Salah and Romelu Lukaku into the club. Michy Batshuayi, Pedro, Marco van Ginkel, and Cesc Fabregas all out of it, but I mean, if that's not a good looking starting lineup, I don't know what is. Hopefully Christensen continues to grow, hopefully the squad as a whole continues to grow, and hopefully we can knock out at least one of our objectives this season. Ideally, it would be to win the Premier League, because that would mean that we would qualify for the Champions League again next season, or win the Champions League. Those are the 2 big ones right now. Alright, so just about halfway through the season, 1st of January, we're in the title race, boys. Sitting in 2nd position, 35 points. City and Fulham giving us a good run for our money, but Wolves currently are the front runners. If we can win the Premier League this season, I will be stoked. That would be very good. Arsenal, Crystal Palace and Norwich all in the relegation zone though. And we have qualified for the Champions League again here, and again, it is Bayern Munich in the round of 16. Hopefully we can get past them again and go even further than last season. Hopefully we don't face Barcelona again in the quarters. But anyways, we're going to get into the transfer window now, see if we can do any business. We might have to sell on a few players, but let's see how we go. So no business done in this January window. I was considering upgrading the centre-back spot, but I want to give Christensen at least till the end of the season to grow a little bit more. Maybe I go in for a new left-back, but I don't know how many left backs above 83 we're going to get. Maybe Marcelo, someone like that. But we'll see if this side can get the results in any of the competitions and get anything ticked off the objective list at the end of the 2nd season. No! 2 points away from winning the Premier League title. Oh dear, at least we play Champions League football next season, but Man City get us. Oh, I would have gone down to the last day. How frustrating is that? 2 points behind, and we can't tick off the Premier League. Can we tick off any other of the tournaments? No, we got close as well in the FA Cup. We lost on a penalty shootout in the semi-final to Liverpool. So at the moment, we still have 2 titles to win in season number 3. We are getting so close. Please, better news in the Champions League? No, semi-final in that as well. We lose to Barcelona for the 2nd straight season. Last season they knock us out in the quarters. This season they knock us out in the semis and they win another Champions League title. We got ridiculously close in Season 2, but we still need to win all 3 titles in the 3rd season. I mean, 2nd place in the Premier League and the semi-finals in the FA Cup and the Champions League. Come on, FIFA gods, get on our side. We need to win the treble in Season 3. We have come so close. That man there on the right, goddamn Leo Messi, maybe we need to sign him, but we have come so close to winning all of the objectives. We're going to go hard in season number 3 with Chelsea. So we have decided to upgrade at the left back spot, bringing in Alex Sandro from Juve for £39.4 million. Welcome to Chelsea. And a player departure here. We have sold Abdul Rahman Baba to Leipzig for £12.2 million. What just happened to my voice on that last little section? I swear I've lost the ability to string a sentence together in the past few videos. Christensen is out for the next 4 months with a broken tibia, so we've gone ahead and brought in an upgrade to the centre-back spot. Samuel Umtiti from Barcelona is coming to the club for £68.3 million. And Olivier Giroud is the latest player to depart. The Frenchman is off to Dortmund for £11.2 million. Alex Sandro and Samuel Umtiti into the club. Baba and Giroud out of it, I should say. That is a very good looking starting 11. We will assess things come January. If changes need to be made, we will make changes, but at the moment, this is how it is going to be. Let's see how we're going on all 3 goals halfway through Season 3. In the title race, we sit 5 points behind Manchester United. We just need to turn these draws into wins. 6 draws is not good enough and might cost us big time in this challenge, but the title hunt is still well and truly alive. And the Champions League hunt is still alive. We take on Sporting in the round of 16, hoping to get further, 2 steps further than we did last season. We want to get into the final and win the final of the Champions League. And of course with the FA Cup, nothing to really check in on about that tournament yet. And in all honesty, I really don't know where to even strengthen this side. I honestly think I might just keep this side the way it is because it is a very good side. I mean, we've got Morata on the bench, 88 rated. That is such a strong bench right there. Decent reserves there. And I don't really know where else to improve. Maybe a new goalkeeper, but I mean, Kepa has been pretty good. I don't know. I'll have a think about it, but I'm leaning towards not even buying anybody in this window. So yeah, I've decided to go with my gut. Haven't brought in any players. I feel like this side is getting to a level where it's pretty damn impressive. One of the best in the world at this point. Interested to see how we go as a team. We've got a Premier League title to win, we've got an FA Cup to win, and we've got a Champions League to win. It's a big, big task, but let's see if we're up for it. Get in there, lads! That is 1 of 3 trophies completed. We win the Premier League title by 6 points ahead of Spurs. An awesome second half of the season. Only 1 more draw in the second half of the season if my memory serves me right, but we have got the Premier League title. Now it is time to see whether we could do the same in the FA Cup and the Champions League. Let's see. The moment of truth. We won the FA Cup! Yes, lads! Who did we face? We destroyed Stoke City in the final, 3-0. Burnley 2-1 in the semis. Everton 1-0 in the quarters. And Swansea 2-1 in the round of 16. That is 2 out of 3. 3 out of 4 goals completed. Oh, lads, time for the Champions League. Have we got ourselves the Champions League title? Oh, okay, it doesn't matter, but we won the Carabao Cup as well, so we've done a treble. Can we do the quadruple? First side in Premier League history, I think, if we do manage to win the Champions League final. We did it! Yes! We beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League final, and we have completed the Chelsea Rejects Challenge, the first challenge video we have completed. We took down Sporting 3-0 in the round of 16. Tottenham, it was 2-2. We must have won on away goals rule in the quarters. 3-2 against Atletico Madrid in the semis, and then 1-0 in the Champions League final against Bayern Munich. That reminds me of when Chelsea won the Champions League final last time against Bayern Munich, I think in 2012. But regardless, we have won the Champions League and we have completed the Chelsea Reject Challenge. Fellas, I had an absolute blast doing this Chelsea Rejects Challenge. If you guys did as well, or if you enjoyed watching I should say, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. Check out my social media links, all that good stuff. But most importantly, I hope you have a fantastic day. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.